Hey guys, my name is Hannah and I would say, let's have some fun today. 2 weeks I didn't film. For you it was, I think, just 1 week because I managed to upload one video beforehand with a timer and I'm very proud of that. Oh, sorry, I cracked my knuckles. I need to stop that. And I'm very proud of that. I'm very happy I managed to do that. But yeah, I wasn't filming for 2 weeks and it feels like forever. So it's a little bit weird for me to be in front of the camera again like that. I have another channel, I never talked about that, but it's in German. And I'm talking on that channel a little bit about mangas and animes, another passion of mine. And for this channel I did a vlog. I need to work on that because it's very much. And for this I was in front of the camera, but not in that format, if you know what I mean. So it's a little bit weird for me to do that again. But however, let's come to the main topic here. I bought it before I went on my Japan vacation, on my Tokyo vacation. And it's a little bit later, you know, new releases. Many videos until now came out and you saw maybe very many of them and already made your decision. But maybe this video is also a little bit to, yeah, give you a little bit inspiration. In the end, it's a neutral palette, you can just do so much with it, you know, but I really wanted to do this video, so I bought it before I did go on vacation. And it's the Natasha Denona I Need a Nude palette and I thought it's looking so beautiful. Look how stunning and nice it is. I'm really a big fan of those colors. Really love how the shimmers are looking. Please don't mind my nails, they are looking terrible. I was back yesterday from my flight and I'm a little bit jet lagged, but it's okay. I slept very good, very well, and now I'm feeling better. But yeah, I didn't have the time to do my nails, so don't mind them, I'm very sorry. Yeah, but this palette here, guys, wowza, I really think it's looking beautiful from the outside and I'm so curious to test this one out today with you together. Didn't touch it until now. You see the paper is already, it's not taken off yet by me, so let's do that together now maybe as well. Oh yeah, I love that. So happy to have this palette now and I hope it won't disappoint me, but I have a good feeling about this one, I have to say. So it's the first time I have her newer packaging. Her newer packaging, it's a little bit larger than her older one. Let me show you. You see, this is a little bit of an thicker format than her old format, but I think it's not bad. It's handy anyways, and it's really stunning looking from the outside. Really like this one very much. I just will do 2 looks with this palette on my channel, but I really want to try to go back into TikTok and Reels again and post a little bit more also on my Instagram and try to find my old TikTok password because I forgot it, to be honest. Didn't use it for such a long time. Need to find it again and maybe I will consider to go back to TikTok. I like that format, but I'm not really the kind of person always for short kind of content, but at that time I had it, I really had fun with it, so I really want to try to go back to this one again and see what I can do. And maybe I will show you some more looks with this one on my Instagram and on TikTok if I can reopen it again for myself. So we will see about that, but with this one I will just do 2 looks on my channel today and tomorrow. I will have my fun with it with you together, but it won't be the last time. It will come on my channel back time and time again. So just that you know, I'm using the stuff I have in my collection and I'm very happy about that. But I have some other palettes, some other stuff I really want to film with, so I don't have that much time. But 2 looks it will be. So without further ado, let's get into the video and let's get started. So my eyes are already primed and the rest of my face, it's already done, like you can tell. And everything, of course, will be linked down below if you are curious about that. Okay, and now let's get into this beauty. I thought about to do today something like a little bit more of a rosy look with this one right here. This will be my main focus for the whole look today. And I will try to incorporate it into my look. So let's do this. Okay, I will start with a small fluffy blending brush and I will go first into the shade Witch right here. It's looking really beautiful. It's a neutral kind of rosy shade, so let's see. Okay, I will work this one into my crease, I think, a little bit more to give me a nice shadowing, but a really light one. It's a really nice transition-y kind of shade. Really like it. It's a, like the name is implying, a really beautiful nudie type of shade that you really can use for every day, if this is your everyday kind of makeup that you like. You know, guys, I bought me so many figures. I'm a little bit of a figure hoarder now. I think I bought me over 20 figures in Tokyo, but the figures there are so cheap. You can find so good prices for them. And now I have to find a little bit space for them in my room. So really hard in my living room. Because it's a weird thing, I don't like to have the figures in my bedroom, you know. I just like them to, I like them to be in one place together. So yeah, it's a little bit harder. So many books I bought me as well, my boyfriend as well, and some vinyls. So we are really packed now. With the same brush and the same color, I will go now onto my lower lash line, just at the outside, just a little bit. And a little bit under my lower lash line, not directly on the lash line. At the outer corner, you see, there I go directly on my lower lash line and a little bit under it. But then I start to work it inwards towards my inner corner, but don't really focus on directly on my lower lash line. I go a little bit more under it, just to have a nice radiance overall. Okay, now with a bigger, more packing kind of blending brush, I will go now into a little bit of a darker shade. And I really like those stone types of shade with roses together. I think they're looking always so beautiful. So I think I will go into a more grayish type of shade, maybe into the shade Tender. I think this is a really nice kind of taupey grayish kind of shade. I like those shades really much with rosy kind of shades together. So this one I will focus now at the outer corner with light tapping motions. And after the most is off of my brush, I will blend it a little bit into my inner corner. Just a little bit. They are really, really blendable, I have to say. But they are not blending away, and that's something that's really important. So it's a good balance of everything, you know. It's blendable, but it's not blending away. And the richness of the color is staying. So really appreciative of something like that. And I don't expect less with Natasha denona eyeshadows. So now with the same brush, but I think I will use the other side. And I will go into the shade Fair now with this. And just put it a little bit on my brow bone. Just to give me a little bit of light back. But now I will go with my finger into the main shade, Mia. It's feeling really, really smooth. Look how stunning it looks. Really like it. It's so reflective. Really nice. And this one I will focus on my whole lid area now. Let's see. It has a little bit of base pigment, so you can use it for your lid as a base color if you want to, I think. But you have a little bit of gaps there. It's not fully pigmented, but this is what I wanted for this look today. I think I will go on my whole lid with it. Just with the rest that I have left on my finger, I work it into my outer portion of my lid area. A little bit on my brow bone as well, just to scatter it out everywhere. Now I will go into the shade Muse right here as well with my finger. Oh, it's feeling a little bit grittier and a little bit more metallic like. Ooh, but it's also really beautiful. And with this one I will go into my middle portion of the lid area, just to give me a little bit of something else. Oh yeah, I like that combo. Do you see? It's really beautiful. Giving a little bit more shebang into the look, and I really, really appreciate that. The other side as well. Really beautiful. It's really reflective. My whole lid now, it's really reflective and stunning looking. And because I think the shade Mia's got a little bit lost, I will go a little bit into it again with my finger and just put it into the front portion of my lid area. And also a little bit into the Muse shade, just to smooch them together. It's so natural looking, but also really impactful at the same time. And this is something I really like about a neutral type of palette, you know? I appreciate something like that. So now let's come to my lower lash line again. We did already a little bit there, but we are not finished yet with it. So let's do this. And I think I will go now again with the shade Wit. This shade right here I used for my crease. We'll go into this and again put it a little bit stronger on my lower lash line with a more packing kind of brush. And I try to focus it really near my whole lower lash line. Now I will go into the taupey shade again, but this time I don't use Tender. I will use a little bit of a lighter one, and I think I will go into the shade Stone now. This one right here with the same packing brush. And I will focus it under, but really lightly under the Wit shade. Like I will show you. It's a little bit hard to explain, but I would try to do something like that, really under it, so that it's there, but I have a nice light shadowing under there, really lightly. I won't put too much pressure on it, just really lightly, so that my eyes appears a little bit bigger than they actually are. And now I will go into the shade Mia again with the same brush, and it's cleaned of course. Go into it and put it at the middle portion of my lower lash line, just to give me a little bit of sparkle. And I drip it a little bit downwards, so it's looking like I have some sparkly tears there, you know. We go really romantic today. And now with a small inner corner brush, I will go again into the shade Mia and put this shade into my inner corner. Because it's really light and beautiful, I think it's stunning there as well. And now I will go a little bit into the shade Sheen, this one right here, with the same inner corner brush. And I will put it at the front portion of my lower lash line, just to play with a little bit more colors. And I connect it with the middle shade, with the shade that I used in the middle portion of my lower lash line, with the shade Mia again. I connect them. So guys, I think this is everything I will do for my first look. Today it's a little bit more of a romantic one. I think tomorrow we will go a little bit bolder, but let's do quickly the lashes and the lips, and then we will be right back with the finished result. Okay guys, and here's the look all zoomed out. For my lashes I used my Pat Mcgrath L2 Star Mascara, and for my lips I used my Pat Mcgrath Blitztrance lipstick in the color Nude Romantique. It's a really beautiful rosy coppery kind of shade. Thought it's looking really nice together. And yeah, what do you think about my first look? It's a little bit more on the romantic, lighter, fresher side. And like I said, tomorrow I will try to play a little bit more with the darker, bolder shades in here. But I really like how it turned out. Like I said, it's so much you can do with a neutral color themed palette. But I'm really amazed. I really like the quality. I have close to zero fallout with my first look. So what can I ask more for? And I'm so excited to do my second look tomorrow with you together. For you it will be in a sec, so let's do this and we will see each other for my second and final look. Hey guys, it's the second day. Let's do the second and final look with this beauty right here. And like I said before, today I want to really do something more smoky, something a little bit more dark, and play with the more darker brownish shades in here. Very excited about that, and let's see with which look we come up, and let's get started. So like always, I primed my eyes beforehand so that we can get right into the look. And like I said, I want to do something a little bit more smoky, a little bit more darker, And I think I will go first into the shade Silhouette, this really dark brownish shade, with a more angled, fluffier kind of small brush. And I will go into this shade. I will put this one on my lid area, but really near my lash line. I will focus this in the direction that the angled side is going towards my outer corner, and I will start a little bit on the edge of the outer corner, like here. Like a little wing, and I slowly work it inwards towards my inner corner. Like that. It don't have to be perfect. It's just to give a little bit of shape. And I really try to focus it near the lash line. As near as possible, you know. It's a little bit something of a thicker line because of the nature of the brush, but I really want this effect. I think this color is called Vague or something like that. I don't know how to pronounce it right, but I think it's Vague. This one right here, this lighter brownish taupey kind of shade, and I will go in it with a small blending brush. And I will focus it right above the dark brown shade. I start really lightly and then I blend it in. But I try to stay above it, just to give a little bit more of radiance there and to play also with every color and to blend it a little bit better out with this shade. Like that. So now let's go into a shimmer shade, and I think I will start with the shade, I don't know, the shade Eller and Filigree. I think they're really similar to one another, so I need to figure out which one is a little bit darker, but I think it's the shade Filigree that it's a little bit darker. So let's start with this one on a packing brush. And I will go over the dark brownish shade I put at my lash line on my lid area. Just a little bit over it to give it a little bit more sparkle, a little bit more of a metallic sheen. But I don't go right there where also my wing is starting. I will let the wing be matte, you know, so really just on the lid portion. A little bit of fallout, but it's just because I'm working on a matte shade with a metallic shade and I didn't use glitter glue over it. So I expected it to have a little bit of fallout, but it's very small. It's not, I even don't think I have to mention it. It's so little. So it's nothing worth mentioning, but I did it anyway. So now I will go into the shade Travertine, this one right here. It's a little bit more as well of a taupey shade, and I will go in this one with my finger. It's looking really nice. And I will focus it in the middle portion of my lid area. Let's see. Oh, it's, I don't know why. That's really weird. Let's try this one maybe with a brush, because I have the feeling it's not really transferring that nice with a finger. Maybe we need a brush for this one, so let's try. Again, I'm using a packing brush for this one. I have the feeling Travertine is also will get hard pan if you use your finger with it. Let's try the packing brush. It's a little bit better, but I don't know, I'm not the biggest fan of this shade, I have the feeling. At least not right away. Don't know if this one will get hard pan. Time will tell. But it's really not what I expected with that shade. Not the biggest fan of this one. It's not giving me much. And I really scrambled it now in the pan. Okay, I think I leave it like that. It won't get better. Look, I really digged into it. And now I'm getting a little bit more, but not as much as I wanted. So I don't know if I got a dot, but it won't be my favorite shade, that's for sure. Now let's go into the shade Delilah, this one right here, again with my finger. Hopefully it will do better this time. And this one I will focus on. This is really nice. At least it's looking on my finger really nice. And this one I will focus at the front portion of my lid area. Oh yeah, this is what I wanted from the travertine shade. So I need to see what I can do about that. This really beautiful shade right here. The shade Delilah, really like it. Now with a blending brush and no product on it, I will blend everything a little bit better together so that the lines aren't that harsh anymore, especially in the front portion. Now with the other side, I will go into the shade Whisper. It's a more inner corner type of brush, and I will go with it into the shade Whisper and just create a little wing right here, right at the front portion on my lid area. So now let's move on to the lower lash line. For the lower lash line, I will go into the shade Silhouette again, this one right here, with a packing brush, same brush I used for my lid area, and just focus it right at the outer portion of my lower lash line, just to connect the lower and the upper lash line a little bit more with each other. Again, really near my lash line, but this time I also use a brush that it's not too thick, so it's not going too far down, and just connecting it with the upper portion. And I really focus it at the outer portion of my lower lash line. I won't go too far inwards with this shade. I want to keep a little bit of light, you know? Don't want it too dark. So now, because I don't want it too dark, like I said, I think I will go into the shade Wit, this rosy kind of shade right here. I also used yesterday with the same brush. And I will focus it at the rest of my lower lash line. Really like that shade. Just to give a little bit of nuance back and to have an interesting switch in the look overall. It's a combo I really like. You know, there's just so much you can do, like I said, with a neutral palette. But I try my best to give a little bit of an interesting switch to the look with this one. I think I will leave it like that. I really like the nuance that you're getting with the shades right now. Really like it. Let's do it a little bit stronger. I do another layer. Really love it. I think this is a combo I will do really often. And I think on my lower lash line I won't do much glitter stuff. Now I will use the inner corner brush, and like yesterday I think I will go again into the shade Mia, because I used a rosy shade on my lower lash line and I think it will pair really nice together. And I will put it right into my inner corners. Oh yeah. Really like the contrast again. And just a little bit on the front portion of my lower lash line. But really just a little bit, not too much. I think my favorite shade is Mia in this palette. I really like it. I think this is everything I want to do. I really like the outcome. What do you think? I will quickly do my lashes and my lips like always, and then we will be right back with the finished result. So guys, and here's the look all zoomed out. For my lashes I used my Pat Mcgrath L2 Fetish Eye Mascara in Extreme Black. And for my lips I kept it really simple and a little bit glittery, just with a gloss, and it's from Pat Mcgrath as well. It's her lip gloss in the shade Earth Angel, and I really love the lid sparkle throughout there. I think it's pairing really nice with the look as well. And yeah guys, this is all of the look. Those were my two looks, my first impression with this palette. And what can I say, I really like it for a neutral palette. It's a little bit more on the cooler side. I really appreciate that as well, because I have the feeling I don't have that many cool tones in my collection, and it's really adding something, even though it's a neutral palette, you know. So I really appreciate that. Like I said, the only shade that I'm not sure about, it's Travertine. It's this one right here, because on my finger I pick up really much when I go into this shade, but when I put it on my lid area, it's not transferring that well, at least in the moment it's not. So I have to play a little bit more with it and see what it's all about. So maybe it will get better with time, but in the moment, this shade right here, it's not playing me that nice, to be honest. But we will see. We will see. Maybe it's just a one-time thing and I can figure out how to play with it the best. So that's that. And like I said, I think my favorite shade in here is Mia. It's so fine, sparkly glitters in here. It's so beautiful on the eyes. I really like the shade as well, the color as well. And I think this is really my favorite one. But all in all, everything here is playing out really, really nice. I'm really happy with my purchase. I really like this palette. Like I said, there's so much you can do with a neutral palette, but I think this is one that is serving everyone really nice for their neutral needs, you know. So I'm very, very excited to play more with it and to use it for my everyday, day-to-day life. And even though it's a neutral palette, I think the look today is a little bit fun with the rosy. I played a little bit with the rosy and the cool taupes, and I think they're together giving the look a little bit more of excitement, you know, even though it's very neutral like. So I'm very, very happy with the look today. If you have this palette, I hope I could give you a little bit inspiration, and also tell me what do you think about this palette. If you played already with it, do you like it, do you hate it, or are you in between? I'm very curious about that as well. So let me know everything, and also let me know if you have a little bit trouble with the shade travertine as well, like me, so I can figure out what I'm doing wrong, or is the shade just a little bit icky, you know. So let me also know about that. But all in all, I really, really like this palette. I for sure will continue to play with it. And like I said, I will try to do something else on my Insta, maybe also TikTok. I need to reconnect with TikTok again, very, very long time. So I will see what I can do with that. But yeah, really like it. It's not the last time you will see this palette on my channel, that's for sure, guys. And as well, if you like this kind of content, if you want to see more of that, I would be really happy if you consider to subscribe my channel if you haven't already. Also give me a thumbs up that I know that you like this kind of content, and maybe click on the little bell to get notifications here and there when I'm posting something new. And with that being said, guys, we will see each other in my next video, and until then, bye.